your favorite podcast, Full Coverage. We are back again with your favorite hosts, Manny and Laura.
And Laura Lee.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been so long. This feels so weird.
We're back. You guys, we took time off. As you know, y'all may have missed us a little bit because we missed you, but we took some time off for the holiday season. And today we just want to fill you in on that.
The debauchery
going on in between our time off, as well as we kind of wanted to just do a recap of some of... I don't want to say our favorite dramas of the year,
but the moments of every month.
They're definitely not our favorites, but there are some that we talked about and we want to just recap each month.
A recap.
Yeah, it's like a little recap.
A monthly recap. I feel like that'd be kind of fun, especially because it's the end of the year. We just went into 2024. It's let's do a recap of 2023, what the vibes are, what we're going to go into with 2024, and what the tea is in my Boo Boo Lemon.
Let's address the elephant in the room first.
You guys, I'm wearing a Boo Boo Lemon shirt that my mother gave me for Christmas. She listened to the episode of the podcast and she loved Boo Boo Lemon so much that she bought me this shirt for Christmas. And it's Boo Boo Lemon and the Lululemon sign is not even correct.
I put it on.
I was like, my mom's like, did you show Laura? And I'm like, I'm going to wear it in the podcast. And then she'll see it there.
I wish you would have put it on live in the episode.
And then I just sit like this. until I'm ready. I'm like, Laura, you can't read it until I'm ready.
The Boo Boo Lemon is killing me.
It's so funny. It is so funny. I was like, this is like the epitome of an inside joke for Full Coverage. This is the epitome of a full family inside joke.
That is. But that's the best shirt I've ever seen.
It's so good. When my mom engaged me, I literally was like this.
Manny's clothing brand is now called Boo Boo Lemon. Manny started a clothing brand called Boo Boo Lemon. I love the logo on it. It's sideways.
No, it's sending me sideways.
Took me out.
No, could you imagine Boo Boo Lemon by Manny and Laura? Boo Boo. It'd be Doodoo Lemon.
It's Doodoo Lemon.
So yeah, I thought that was really, really funny. So I'm like, Mom, I told her, I was like, I'm gonna wear it first episode back. I'm wearing Boo Boo Lemon.
Oh, it's my favorite shirt ever. Honestly,
it's too good. It's too good.
I love that your mom is so deeply in on the joke with us. She kind of is.
It was
her. It's about her, but she is the joke.
She is the butt of the joke on this one.
But I love her dedication and campness.
She's camp.
Yeah, she's camp.
Where do you think I get it from?
That's true.
That woman
That's where you
is
get it from.
camp counselor.
That woman is camp counselor.
She is the leader of the camp.
She is.
Staring camp right in the face.
She owns the camp. The camp is hers.
The camp is hers.
Thank you to Jovi for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Are you ever enjoying your life and then period cramps just bam, they hit you out of nowhere? Well, that's what Jovi is for, okay? Jovi has helped tens of thousands of women thrive through every day of their cycles. If you want to become one of them, head to meetjovi.com/full and use code FULL for 40% off your order. That's right, 40% off. Once again, that's meetjovi.com/full for 40% off. And make sure you use my promo code FULL so they know we sent you.
Thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Did you guys know that hyaluronic acid naturally occurs in our skin, but it decreases with age, which is so annoying, and it makes skin, thinner, drier, and more prone to wrinkles. But luckily, Ritual's Hyacera supplement helps minimize wrinkles and hydrate skin from within.
So if you guys want to reduce wrinkles without compromising on clean science, Hyacera from Ritual is a skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 40% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/full. This offer is only available through January 31st. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/full for 40% off. Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Stop leaving sales on the table. Switch your business to Shopify and discover why millions trust Shopify as their all-in-one commerce platform to build, grow, and run their businesses. Sign up today for your $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage. That's all lowercase. That's 1 month, just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage. Shopify.com/full coverage. Cha-ching!
Okay, so first things first, we have to do Peaks and Pits. Like our first episode back. Come on.
I think I need to start with my pit.
Give it to us.
Because I said that if Alabama doesn't win, I will come back on this podcast and I will, do my due diligence, my devastation,
my happy dance. I said Brooke.
JoJo.
That always is my heavy here. I said.
Okay, so, I have waited years and years and years to Alabama to make it to the Rose Bowl because that's in Pasadena and they play at the Rose Bowl every year in college football. And we never have, but it finally happened this year. And I didn't think we were because we started out with such a shitty season.
Rocky.
We started out real rocky. Okay. And then we have done so much better when we picked it up and we did so good that we made it into the playoffs and we're playing Michigan and where it's going to be Pasadena. So I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, first time in my life. I lived in California for 10 years. I've lived in Alabama almost my whole life. My world's colliding. This is going to happen. This is going to be the best day of my life. So of course we buy nice tickets and we go to the game and what do we fucking do? We shit the bed and we lose the game. It was in overtime, to be fair, so it's not like it was like a blowout.
Yeah, it wasn't a blowout, at least.
To be fair, it was a very good game. I have a lot to say about it. First of all, we're going to get into this later, but we went out for New Year's Eve, and I went to bed at 3 a.m. the night before. We'll go into the details of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I had to wake up the next morning off truly 4 hours of sleep, drinking, partying, dancing, all the energy. Okay, so I woke up feeling not great. And I really, really, really just needed to lay on the couch for 24 hours to recuperate.
48.
For 48. When you're my
the
age.
The things that she did, 48.
That would be correct. A hard 48.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I have to get ready to go to Pasadena and go to a football game all day. Which that in itself is a full weekend experience for me.
For sure. That's a lot going on.
To do both of these.
A lot of energy to go to a game and be
so much. Because they last 5 hours.
Right.
So, that's
You lost me there.
Girl.
You lost me at 5 hours in the sun.
So I was like, okay, it says it's going to be 60 degrees and then we'll be out there at nighttime too. So I was like, I'm going to wear leather pants and this huge Letterman jacket that I bought. I spent $300 on it for this game. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not like I can't rewear it, but still. So we go to the game and it's at the Rose Bowl. And if you guys haven't been there before, in Pasadena is a rickety, crickety stadium. It is ancient. The thing
I've never been there.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, okay, I'm just could we please do it at the SoFi Stadium, which is our new professional football stadium? It's so luxe, so nice. This stadium is dusty and crusty, but it's so iconic to college football history.
Got it.
That's why we keep using it over and over, and they won't put it in a different stadium. It's part of the college football tradition.
Or they can just vamp it.
It needs a redo. Can't get in the game because the lines are a mile long. So we had to finesse our way into it. Even with tickets, you had to finesse your way in the stadium because
you're there an hour early.
Security, all the gates and everything are just busted and crusted. There's 2 big gates. You know what I mean?
Nothing works.
In the new ones, when we go to Charger games, you kind of just walk right in.
Yes.
They have so many different avenues to get into the stadium because it's updated. Can't get food, can't get water because the lines are insane. And when Ty waited for 45 minutes for 2 bottles of water, it was because their warmer for the pretzels wouldn't warm them, and that's where you get water. So each customer was taking at least 10 minutes. It was crazy. Everything was just so horrible and slow. So we get into the stadium and our seats are okay, but we're in the blazing sun. It was 1,000 degrees. I thought it was. So I literally wore leather pants and I had them pulled up to my knees to get air. Okay. So I'm burnt. I'm hungover. I'm in the blazing sun. We can't find water anywhere. And I'm like, you know what? Alabama's here. It's going to be the best day ever.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You said, you know what? Roll Tide.
I'm going to put my best spirits going, whatever that means. And I'm going to be in a good mood.
This is literally a pom-pom.
This is the pom-pom.
This is literally your pom. The sleeve was the pom-pom.
I was like, I'm here. I'm happy. My team's here. I don't care. I've always wanted this moment. So has Ty. So we're there in our seats. And we fucking lost the game in overtime. We lost the game in overtime.
I can't believe what a hellish experience this was.
Hell. Okay, and by the way, I just want to say this. On the Uber ride there, I had to poop. It hit me in the car.
You're about to shit yourself.
I was about to shit myself, and I had to hold it in until I got home because the lines at those those tiny, tiny little bathroom lines were horrendous. So I was honestly, the game was just not, it was very back and forth, very tied up. So there was never a moment for me to get to go. And then we have halftime, but then everybody goes to the bathroom. So I never would have made it back. So I just chose to truly not pee or poop the entire time. Because it's such an old stadium. Everything is so rickety.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, you know how in the Charger Stadium, the new ones, there's 1 million bathrooms. You don't have to wait at all. And they have all these big stalls. They don't have that at the Rose Bowl. Not to mention at halftime, they ran out of water. 94,000 people are in this stadium and they ran out of water by halftime. No more water. So they said they had literally a Michigan fan was like coming down the road. He's like, everybody, they ran out of water. So find your water bottles because they have a couple water fountains on the edge that you can fill it up with. Like people were surviving in there. And I'm hungover.
Why is this Survivor?
Dude, me and Ty were rationing 2 water bottles the whole time. Like you couldn't just gulp water. You had to get really, really thirsty and then you get a sip. Like, that's what we were doing. We were waiting till we were, like, so thirsty in the blazing heat, and then we would take a sip. And so, anyways, that's my pit. We lost. It was Michigan. Fuck you guys, but you won. Y'all played a really good game.
Good job, Mishy.
Y'all outplayed us the whole game. Even though we were winning majority of the game, they truly outplayed us. Like, they really, really did. They
deserved the win, probably.
They deserved the win. I think they played a better game. And even though it came down to us going into overtime, they still just, like, overall played way better than us. They did. So
they deserved it.
They deserved the win. So now they play Washington. I wanted it to be Alabama versus Texas, but Texas lost and Alabama lost.
Damn.
So now it's Washington against Michigan. So now I low-key want Michigan to go win the whole thing.
Yeah, because now that they like beat you,
now they beat us.
Like, okay, well, y'all beat me. Might as well freaking vote
go
for them.
in. So now I'm like, y'all go win the whole thing now. So now I'm like low key, oddly rooting for Michigan. Also, I just have to say this, like. I'm used to going to SEC games where we play Auburn or LSU and like the fan base is horrendous. Like if you sit next to an Auburn person, you're going to be pissed the whole game because they're going to be talking mad shit. They're going to be saying some nasty shit to you.
I hate that.
So fucking annoying. That's just how it goes. I'm like, I guess other conferences are different because when me and Ty were smashed in between a bunch of Michigan people, even though we were on the Alabama side, and they were the sweetest fans.
Aww.
Maybe that's my peak too. They were literally the sweetest fans ever. Like truly the woman that sat next to me was the biggest Michigan fan. She flew from Chicago to see this game with her family.
Insane.
Yes, that's insane. And she asked me where I was from. I was like, well, I'm from Alabama, but I'm here. And she goes, oh my God, that's so special for you. I was like, I know. And then like she even like whenever we were like waiting for overtime to start, she was like, do you guys want some gum? Because we're all so nervous right now. I feel like we just need something. She's a freaking Michigan fan. And then when Michigan won, I hugged her and I told her congratulations. And I said, y'all deserve it.
You're a good sportsman person.
Yeah. And they were too. And the Michigan woman behind me literally taps on my shoulder and goes, you and Ty are just she just goes, you two are the cutest couple. Would you mind if I took a picture for you guys? I was like, what is the Michigan fan base
sweet.
so
They're angels.
sweet?
Michiganans are angels.
I was like, it is not like that in the SEC, honey.
No, they're feral animals.
They're feral animals. The Michigan people were the nicest fan base ever.
What's a Michigan person called?
I don't know, but they just say go blue. They just say go blue. A Michiganigan.
Michiganigan?
It's a Michiganigan.
What, Tyler?
Oh, Wolverine.
That's not, you don't call people from Michigan Wolverines.
Like an Alabamian, a Floridian.
A Floridian.
A Californian. Michigan.
A Texan.
It's a Michiganigan.
A Michiganigan.
It's a Michiganigan.
A Michigan. Or just Michigan with a hyphen.
Yeah.
Like deers and deer.
Yeah. It's just deer.
It's just deer.
Also, I don't know if Michigan claims this person, but a man did jump out of the
Mom, when you guys told me this, I screamed.
It was so funny. We're leaving the game. We're so freaking bummed. By the way, we lost because I went to the game.
The curse.
It's the curse.
The curse of the Lee.
I'm the bad omen, and we would have won if I wasn't there. I called it, and I freaking said that. What I want to know is, what is it like to stay in the stadium screaming and cheering? What is it like to watch the after show? Yeah. What is it like for the confetti to be the color of your team? What is that like? Because I don't know. Every game I go to, we lose. That was the 4th one, by the way.
You're joking. I thought it was the 2nd.
4th. We did the math.
Laura.
It's the 4th time I've gone to the game.
And the confetti is always another color.
Yep.
Never red.
And I'm always trying to escape the stadium for my life rather than staying in and to enjoy it. All that I just endured. So once again, I was running for my life. So as we're leaving the stadium, this man jumped out of the parking lot. He was definitely a Michigan fan. That's why I was like, maybe they don't claim him or maybe they do. I don't know. But he was like...
In quotes.
He was like, tell your fucking homo coach, Nick Saban, that he can go fuck himself. I'm talking about screaming at me and Ty.
Not the homophobic Michigan rando.
I was like, first of all, he's not gay, but if he was, what's wrong with that? We support that. If Nick is gay, we support that. a more pissed off fan that won. Baby,
That's
y'all won.
really weird.
Tyler said something to him. What did he say?
He said, "All right, psycho."
Oh yeah, Tyler was like, "All right, you psycho." I didn't say anything. You know, I wasn't going to tell that part, but I did get on to Tyler. I was like, "Tyler, stop it right now."
No, Tyler go like this.
That's what he did.
Well, honestly, I love that Tyler did that because this homophobe
That's what
guy,
I said. When we were walking back, I said, "This man's homophobic."
And so I love that Tyler spit out his little gum and chucked it at him.
I did say
that. And I wish it hit him right here. No, I wish it went into the guy's mouth and he started chewing it like this. And he blew a bubble.
Look, I wish it landed right here on top of his head.
And he could never get it out again.
No, never get it out.
I love that Tyler chucked his gum at him.
I was like, Ty, stop it right now.
Well, because you also don't want to have a battle because that guy's obviously not well.
The guy when Ty called him a psycho, he like really started walking. Like he was like kind of like coming back out.
Forward.
Yeah, he was leaning in. So I was like, oh, no. And then Ty throws his gum and I'm like, oh my God.
And then you guys ran.
I was like, I've never seen someone so pissed off they won. And Ty was like, this man has sit in his car the whole game. He didn't go into the game.
But the thing is, you still won, so why the fuck are you going crazy?
He was definitely, no joke, drunk as shit.
Yeah, he was gone.
But
you're a homo coach.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
But I don't know if Michigan claims that man, you know.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
I don't think Michigan's claiming. I think Michigan.
They were the nicest, sweetest people. And I was literally shocked because I'm not used to that behavior. At football games, I got my guard up and I'm ready to swing, elbows out.
You're always ready at max capacity.
At max capacity. I'm always ready. So it was a great experience. I'm still so happy because the Alabama fans, they really showed up.
You got to do it.
I got to do it. Exactly.
Even though they lost and the experience was low-key hell.
Yeah.
At least it was for the memes.
It was for the memes. And you know, Alabama fans really showed up and it was just fun to have that camaraderie again and like get to do that again. I was like, oh my God, I miss this so much. But yeah, we fucking lost. Michigan, let's see what you got. Time to pussy up and win the whole thing. Okay?
Yeah, it's time to pussy up. Time to cowboy up.
That's right. Cowgirl up.
Cowgirl up.
Thank you to Jovi for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Are you ever enjoying your life and then period cramps just bam, they hit you out of nowhere? Well, that's what Jovi is for, okay? They have made a 100% drug-free patch that relieves pain from menstrual cramps and is so easy to use.
Jovi is a reusable, flexible patch that helps to reduce the impact of pain from just about anywhere you're feeling it during every phase of your menstrual cycle. Purchase Jovi once and get an entire year of relief. And you guys, the cool thing about it too is that Jovi isn't just for menstrual pain. Try Jovi for any ache, pain, or source of discomfort that keeps you from living your life and doing things that you absolutely love. My favorite part about Jovi is that it's simple to use. Just place it on the impacted area and that's it. Pain has been reduced.
Jovi has helped tens of thousands of women thrive through every day of their cycles. If you want to become one of them, head to meetjovi.com/full and use code FULL for 40% off your order. That's right, 40% off. Once again, that's meetjovi.com/full for 40% off. And make sure you use my promo code FULL so they know we sent you.
Thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Did you guys know that hyaluronic acid naturally occurs in our skin, but it decreases with age, which is so annoying, and it makes skin, thinner, drier, and more prone to wrinkles. But luckily, Ritual's Hyacera supplement helps minimize wrinkles and hydrate skin from within.
I personally love the Hyacera because of its proven ingredients. It has an ingredient that helps reduce wrinkles, and then it also has another one that helps with the luster of the skin.
Maybe in this economy, in this climate,
we
Hyacera,
need it. We need it
you.
all.
So you guys, the cool thing about Hyacera too is that it is tested and validated by third party for allergies, microbes, and heavy metals. Ritual works with world-class certification bodies to validate their products.
I also like, because sometimes supplements have a nasty taste. This one has a really yummy, soothing vanilla scent. So if you guys want to reduce wrinkles without compromising on clean science, Hyacera from Ritual is a skin supplement you can actually trust. Get 40% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/full. This offer is only available through January 31st. Start Ritual or add Hyacera to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/full for 40% off.
Let's talk about my chocolate bark. My chocolate bark my brand deal I did. You guys, I posted it and it was lovely and everything turned out great.
It did. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
the behind the scenes of the things that I had to endure for that. It took me 2 days to make it, by the way. So I did a brand deal with 99 Cent Store, and it was so much fun because I'm like, okay, you guys, this is my idea. I want to recreate Laura's chocolate bark. Like, I want it to be like this really fun thing, right? With 99 Cent Store ingredients because they have all the stuff for it, or a lot of the stuff for it. So, okay, cool. I'm going to go. Got all this stuff. First round, okay? I bought, I would say, like 30 bars of Hershey chocolate.
You should have just had me come over and do it for you, and then you just show your hand doing it. I do it, and then we just put your hand in, and you just like pretend.
Literally just B-roll of me doing like... Not at all. You guys, okay, let me tell you something.
But see, that would have taken the fun out of it.
Yeah, it was like fun to do because like I felt proud at the end because it took me so long to get there.
And you got there.
So you guys, so instead of like getting white chocolate, I got like the white Hershey's chocolates. So I was like, my first round, I'm gonna freaking do this. So you need like, by the way, a lot of bars because they're like $1. So I got like 30 bars of chocolate, right? I put my 12 down, I put the white ones in there because I'm like, I'm gonna swirl. This shit's so fucking cute. Like these bitches are not ready for the swirl. I do the whole thing. I do the oven, I do the whatever. I bring it out, I start swirling. There are little black balls of Oreo in Hershey's chocolate, which I already knew that they were. I didn't know they were so large. You guys, I started swirling and it looked like porridge.
He got the cookie and creams Hershey's. He got the cookie and creams, y'all.
Because I didn't know that they were not gonna be swirlable with the freak. Like I was going through and I couldn't even go through the thing because they were so thick and dense.
I would have thought they would have been small.
I thought they would have been small. I would never knew that they were literally the size of a pea.
Yeah, they were. They were big.
They were huge. And I was like, oh my God, like this is fucked. I can't fucking use it. So I'm like, okay, scrap that whole thing.
He had to scrap that whole thing.
Had to scrap the whole fucking thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my next idea. My next one, I'm like, okay, let me come up with ideas. So my next one, they have these bags of white chocolate chips.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this next one, I'm going to do all Hershey's chocolate, sprinkled white chocolate chips all over it. And then those are going to melt. And then I'm going to swirl this motherfucker. Okay. I'm recording this whole thing, right? So I'm like, I'm doing the setup. I'm doing the whole thing. I'm like doing the little chocolate, like the cute, like little, like the whole thing, right? I put the thing in the oven. I do all my pieces of chocolate. I'm like, this is so sickening. I put my drizzled, so I put it in the oven. I come back. I start swirling. The white chocolate chips didn't melt. So I'm swirling and the chocolate chips are moving.
I would have
in
thought
the
they
thing.
would have melted.
Me
I would have thought
too,
that.
Laura. So I'm like, so you're telling me. And it looked like shit. I
thought this was, though, I was like, this could work.
This could work.
Because he texted me a picture. I was like, this could work because it looks way better than the Hershey's. So I was like, I feel like these could work. But Manny was like, absolutely not.
No, I was like, no, it's not cute enough. I was like, I didn't feel like it was like the vibe. I was like, no, I could do better. I scrapped that entire thing. I had to go back to the 99 Cent Store and get more chocolate. I had to get more fucking... I literally felt like the chocolatier. That one guy that like makes these crazy things out of chocolate. I felt like that. So then my last idea was like, okay, I'm gonna melt Hershey's white chocolate chips and then I'm gonna drizzle.
Yeah.
So that's what you guys ended up seeing, but I just needed you guys to know
behind the scenes.
The behind the scenes trauma that I dealt with of 2 days. Because this took me hours, by the way. This is hours.
Oh yeah.
And I had all my fixings. I had to put them in the microwave to like keep them fresh and shit. 'Cause I had them all in a bowl. I can't ever cook again.
And that is the last
And that's
time.
the last thing you'll ever see from me.
And that is the last time.
I love how it turned out. I was very proud of it. And I was so happy.
I thought
and
it was
Laura
beautiful.
had the best inspo ever.
I thought it was beautiful.
But I was like, they need to know about my chocolate because they knew about the deal. So they need to know about the trauma.
They need to know the real tea behind the deal.
They need to know the tea because it took me 3 tries to make chocolate bark.
Just so you know, if it makes you feel any better, I do a lot of food content, drink content on my Instagram, and there has been many, many pieces of content that have scrapped and never saw the light of day. If that makes you feel better, I have done things where I had this sickening vision and I've had to scrap them and I just never went back. I said, to hell with
Fuck
you.
it, to hell.
To hell with you. And I've had to scrap many of projects and it's trial and error, baby.
It's trauma.
And there are very few that I've scrapped and I'm willing to go back to the drawing board and try again. Do it again.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I had all my concept was already approved. So it wasn't like I was like, it didn't work out the first time. So I'm like, oh, just change the concept. Like, baby, the concept was approved.
So you can't.
That is what it was. That's what I was doing. So I can't like go back. So I'm like, this has to work or I'm going to jump out of this window.
Well, thank God, because it really did turn out so
it turned out really cute.
Cool.
I was very proud. I was very happy. Thank you. I was really happy with how it turned out. But I was like, let me tell them the real trauma of being an influencer, of going behind the scenes, of what happens sometimes. Ooh, 2 days. Two fucking days and 2 trips.
For chocolate bark. My
45 Hershey's bars later.
Oh,
I know.
my word.
I know. I felt very unwell. I literally felt like a chocolatier. I really did. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, this is so wasteful. Like, what the fuck? I'm wasting all these Hershey chocolate. And then I was thinking about the chocolatiers, and they used gallons and tons. And I was like, oh, fine.
You're like, well, we're going to have to sacrifice a few bars to get it right. I mean, you didn't really have a choice.
I was like this. My hands were tied.
You were at a loss.
I was at a loss.
You had to make it work, boo-boo. You had to work it work, boo-boo lemon. It was boo-boo lemon.
It was very boo-boo lemon.
It was giving boo-boo lemon.
But we made it work. It wasn't Lulu yet, but we got it to boo-boo.
And we got it to Lulu. We got it there.
We got it there. It started very spooky.
Okay, so for our peak, we wanted to do a conjoined one and just talk about New Year's Eve, because we honestly had the best New Year's Eve. It was such a fun night.
Sickening.
It was sickening.
We were absolutely feral animals. I'm not going to lie.
We were.
I was contact drunk.
You were.
100%.
You absolutely were.
Because I felt like I was on a good one.
First of all, we came over to my house and we ate some food and we hung out, and then we went out to a restaurant in LA where they were kind of doing like a New Year's celebration there.
I've never done that before, by the way. When you go like to a restaurant
for New
and
Year's,
then it turns into like a New Year's Eve,
like a party, like a party situation. I've done it once or twice. Going to a club on New Year's Eve in Los Angeles is like you've lost your mind.
Hell.
It's hell on earth.
It's very intense.
It's very, very intense. So we went to a restaurant. It was very, very fun. We had the best time there. I was barefooted on the dance floor, but that happens everywhere.
The sky is blue.
And the sky is blue. That's why people tell me, like a girl the other day, she was like, oh my God, she just let her serum dropper touch her skin. I was literally like, baby.
And?
I'm barefooted in the club. The serum dropper ain't taking me out.
Maybe this one's immune system.
You can't stop me.
That of an ox.
That little dropper, it don't stand a chance.
Maybe that dropper.
My skin's gonna burn the dropper.
The second the dropper touches your skin, the dropper breaks.
It does. Exactly. I'm like, baby, you just don't know me.
You don't understand.
You don't understand.
Mm-mm.
We had the best time. We were like dancing, but with the real party. So then it was like 1 a.m. I was like, y'all, I was supposed to leave here at 12 o'clock.
Oh, 12:05.
12:05. I said, we're going home. We left at 1, which was already
pushing
55 minutes past our deadline. We said, get in the car. We're going home. And that's when the party started.
You guys, when we get to Laura's house, we thought we were on Drag Race.
The problem is we were all lit.
Everyone was lit.
And no one was ready to go to bed.
No one was ready to go to bed. Everyone was lit as fuck. Everyone's like, let's just start performing.
So we had music blasting and we did full performance karaoke for an hour and a half straight. An hour and a half straight. It's 2:30 in the morning. We're like, and we thought it would be a good thing for us all to perform RuPaul's Drag Race. Manny started duck walking. And in all the years I've known him, I've never seen him do the duck walk. And suddenly RuPaul comes on and he's duck walking across the living room. I was like, what?
Absolute pandemonium.
What in the hell?
I don't know what came over me.
He doesn't like dancing in front of people, and he was throwing it.
I was actually throwing it back. And because everyone there I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
If I was like doing it in 50 people, I'm not doing that. But like with y'all,
everyone there is doing the most ridiculous.
They're all crazy too.
I was very calm though. I feel like
Laura was actually performer number 1. Laura was actually, you couldn't even get her off the stage.
You couldn't. They tried to throw me off the stage and I would not
Laura was like,
go.
No. It was a RuPaul song. I am performing.
We did a full together. At some point we did it together. Like drag walk.
We did. It was You Better Work. That's Cover Girl. I think that was the song that we were performing to, and we were just like
on the runway.
And then we started doing a runway. It was honestly
we did
such a fun
a lip sync for our life
we
against each other.
We lip sync. Who was getting eliminated?
Me for sure. Me for sure, because I watched footage from my security cameras, and like in my head, I was literally sickening, like sickening. And then I watched the security camera tape, and I was like, well,
you guys, there's this one clip I have of Laura that I filmed when she was performing. And it might be the best thing I've ever seen.
He said it looked like a spider was having an exorcism.
Yeah, it's as if, because Laura goes on, she's like doing a back bend and she's thrusting the air while she's on her tip, and then she goes on her tippy toes. And I was like, how are you even that strong to do all these things? And she's literally thrusting the air. She's pounding the air, a ghost. You guys, it was literally
The footage is so funny.
It's so funny. I'm like, I'm gonna save all that for a birthday post for sure.
So I well, you'll have to wait till September. But so keep in mind, we did all that, went to bed at 3 a.m. My bedtime is no later than 11. Point blank, period. So,
and 11's pushing
and
it.
that is a push because 10:30 would be better for me. So for me to go to bed at 3 a.m., which granted, I had the best freaking New Year's Eve ever and just had the best time. But for me to go to bed at 3 a.m., like that's hard for me. And then I had to go do that football game the next day.
Oh, you guys, let me tell you something. When I turned to Laura because she had finally like stopped. Laura looked at me like, I was like, you still gotta wash your face.
It all like settled in.
It hit you. And then Laura went upstairs, she changed into pajamas and she's like,
get out.
Get out.
Get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Everybody party's over. Order your Ubers.
Get home.
Get out. Get out of my house.
Thank gosh I live so close to you.
And you don't drink, so you're able to just get in your car and drive home.
But I was just like,
girl.
Even I was tired.
Oh, even I was tired. Night owl.
And I'm a night owl, and I was like, damn, I'm fucking tired, dude.
Oh my God. I needed to sleep for 3 weeks, but
you did.
I literally, and then today, I'm not going to lie, I was like, fuck, I have to film the podcast today, because I was like, maybe I can rest on Tuesday. And Ty was like, no, it's podcast day. I was like, oh, fuck. Wednesday, I have to do some stuff, but Thursday,
rest.
I'm going to rest on Thursday. Okay, I'm going to.
It's over for you on Thursday.
It's over. Whenever
over
I get to Thursday, it's over for you bitches. And then Friday's drag night, so it picks back up again.
Because even Friday's going to be chill as fuck, though.
It is.
Because it's that nighttime when we're just watching Drag Race. That's it.
That's it.
We'll order some pizza and just chill.
That's right. It's going to be a
season
fun
comes out this Friday. Or today, technically, when you guys are watching it. So I'm very excited for the new season of Drag Race. We needed it. It's been time.
Okay, we have so much to get into, Manny.
Oh my God, you're right.
Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. If you guys didn't know, Shopify is one of the best all-in-one commerce platforms capable of handling your business's complexities no matter how big your businesses grow.
I'm obsessed with Shopify. It's actually what I use for Lunar Beauty. I know Laura uses it as well with Minim and Laura Los Angeles. And it's honestly such a great website. And it's so easy because they have these like apps and platforms to help you cross over everything that you're using from your original site into Shopify's platform. And they make it so simple. And the fact that there's like, you know, your favorite brands are on there. You have Glossier, Lunar Beauty, Minim LA, like everything that you could potentially ever need is on Shopify.
Stop leaving sales on the table. Switch your business to Shopify and discover why millions trust Shopify as their all-in-one commerce platform to build, grow, and run their businesses. Sign up today for your $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage. That's all lowercase. That's 1 month, just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage. Shopify.com/full coverage. Cha-ching.
You guys cat lovers? Are you guys cat people?
Yes.
I love cats. I really do. I grew up with cats. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. But did you guys know that they need a amazing, well-balanced diet for them, to survive a long time? And Smalls is here for you. We got some healthier cat food options.
The Smalls cat food is actually protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients that you can actually find in your fridge. And we feed all 3 of our cats Smalls every morning when we wake up. They get their wet food. And we switched over to Smalls. They had sent us some and we felt absolutely in love with it. Our cats love it. And I actually feel so good about giving it to them because it's healthy and it's literally food made from recipes that we eat as humans.
I'm obsessed with that. I think that's so freaking cute, guys. It's 2024. Are you still feeding your cats kibble? Come on. Head to smalls.com/fool and use promo code FOOL at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use code FOOL for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code FOOL for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode of Full Coverage. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online.
I am a huge fan of ZocDoc. I think it's absolutely amazing. You guys, we read reviews on products, on food, things like that, but why don't we read reviews on doctors?
Ooh.
So the fact that ZocDoc is a place you can go where you can find patient-reviewed reviews of doctors is so freaking cool and so amazing. Me and Laura have both used it before. It's absolutely a game changer. And you can find, doctors that take your insurance, same day appointments even. It's honestly really freaking cool.
It is really cool. I actually used ZocDoc over this holiday break to book a doctor's appointment. I love it because you can actually find doctors who have appointments open. Go to ZocDoc.com/full coverage and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/full. ZocDoc.com/full. Okay, so we're just going to run through all the different dramas, some things that happened this year. So let's start with January, where Morphe announced they were closing all their in-store stores.
That's crazy that happened in January of 2023.
It seems like it happened 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
That was a year ago that they closed all their stores. And the big drama with that was like, obviously, like, oh shit, Morphe's going down.
And they had so many stores.
So many. And they opened them so abruptly, but also like them not telling their employees. Like,
oh my God, that was
the tea behind it.
Where like all the employees just like come. They're like, oh, by the way, it's closing.
Right.
Everything. It was like a blowout sale, right? It was like everything's on sale. Grab it while you can. All stores closed, but they had. I honestly, when that was happening, I thought Morphe's done.
Oh, I did too.
I'm like, there's no more Morphe ever. And then so it was just they were closing the in stores, kept in Ulta and kept online.
Well, whenever you're a brand and you only make sales through the influencers you align yourself with, and then you quit, then you cut them all off within a year. Yeah, you're probably going to be filing for bankruptcy. The math seems right. I think they thought the newbies, like the Dixie and Charlies, were going to make up for everyone else. There was a pretty big handful of us, and baby,
it was not.
It's not it, darling.
That is not what actually just happened.
It's not what happened, darling.
No, honestly.
Well, Linda and Chris were the ones that were able to cite out the people in the industry that can make Morphe big. Forma was not able to do that. I mean, that's just facts.
Well, the thing is too, like Linda and Chris actually had like relationships with everyone.
Yeah.
Forma like didn't
had
really
no
like they didn't have any relation. Because the thing is like when you go from a like more of a mom and pop company, which when it was when it was Linda and Chris, it was so much more connected. Like you had this like connection with people. When they got acquired, it became like a huge
numbers.
It's just different.
It's just numbers.
It's just numbers. You're like, it's just not the same. Like you're not the same thing to the company anymore. You're just like, oh my God, like how much can this bitch make us?
Yeah.
So it just changes. But that was a crazy ass jam.
It was. It was like all Morphe. So that was more of like our industry. February was also a big one for our industry. We had Mascara Gate.
Was in February.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was almost a year ago. We had Mascara Gate, which also seems like it wasn't that long ago. Michaela's like, please.
She's like, let it die.
Let it die. Let it die.
No, I feel like Michaela's done a great job to come back from the pandemonium.
And just like, well, she just kind of kept going.
She just kept going. She just kept it moving. She kept it going. She took her break. And then she just kept
she did take a break.
Powering
she did take
through.
A little break.
I think that at the end of the day, like people are gonna think what they think.
Yeah.
And you just have to do what you have to do to move forward.
Not that she ever said mistakes were made, but like just like mistakes were made. And in my opinion, mistakes were made. And then you just kind of have to move forward because it's like you can't go back in time and change it. So like you have no other option but to move forward or quit. Those are your two options. I've made mistakes. Manny's made mistakes. Almost every influencer that has a big enough name to attract attention has made mistakes.
No, every influencer's made mistakes.
That's what I'm saying. But the only ones you're going to hear about are the ones that get the clicks. And that's just a fact. Because I see so many tiny influencers doing boo-koodles of things that big influencers do, but no one talks about it because they don't get the clicks. So they kind of go, under the radar. Not that I'm like, oh, catch everybody. But I'm just saying...
It's different. Because like the thing is, they know Michaela like was bringing in a lot of views because Michaela was obviously.
So it's going to be a bigger scandal.
Way bigger scandal because it's like, oh, they're going to blow it up more because it's Michaela.
And it's going to get those clicks and people are going to be more interested by it instead of an influencer that maybe not so many people have heard of does the same thing. They're not going to blow up the story because it's just not going to hit the same.
Well, the thing is, the reality is that like every human being, like every human, or you've done some dumbass shit, some stupid ass bullshit, some wrong thing in some capacity, and they're those people are the first people to call out some other bitch for doing the exact same thing they would have done. And it's like, girl, you would have done the exact same thing, or you've done the exact same thing. You just want to like stand on your high horse because you're behind the screen.
Right.
And that's like, come on, it's ridiculous.
Just because people get these followers essentially overnight very quickly, especially nowadays, it doesn't mean they're automatically going to be a perfect human being.
100%.
It just doesn't.
They're going to make mistakes, and hopefully they just learn and grow.
That's the main thing. It's like it's like depending on the mistake, granted, and like what it is. Of course. But like the lash thing is something that is like, I feel like
compared to other
mistakes. I feel like she can learn and grow from that one. I feel like 100%. She can learn and grow from that
100%. But I also like when you think about it in comparison, you think of like, okay, this mascara situation. Look at some of these other creators that have done the most ridiculous, obscene things that have gotten way less hate than Michaela got for that situation. Yeah, and that was over mascara.
See, it's the size. It's just size of influencer. So that was quite the February. My God, I heard about Mascara Gate for a month straight. Truly.
For more than a month.
That was crazy.
For more.
March also gets really crazy with more traditional talent. We had Scandoval with Tom.
God, that's
huge. When that broke was March. By the way, that was huge. But then Will Smith slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars in March. And then that was just like.
Slap heard around the world.
Slap heard around the world. And Jada comes out later to say it saved her marriage. Like they were separated or something like that at the time, or like they were not well in that.
So you're telling me that he had to slap someone to save their marriage?
Girl,
that marriage was it was doomed.
You know what? That did blow up Chris Rock's career. Not that Chris Rock didn't already have a massive career. It just brought a lot of
more attention,
relevance to his name, and he got like a special with his comedy show where he talked about it. So
good for Chris. Like that's crazy. Like the fact that even happened is insane. But I find it crazy, like because like they still keep like interviewing like Jada and like she'll bring up things and like random stuff happen, and I'm like, I just roll my eyes. I think at this point I'm just like rolling my eyes constantly at Jada. I'm just like,
enough, girl.
Enough. Like it's too much, dude.
I will say I think Will Smith really damaged his really grand career.
I agree. And I think it really just damaged the Smith name in general.
I agree completely.
Because then it became almost more of a joke.
It did.
And a meme. And instead of being like this, this family that was honestly like, they were like the golden family for a really long time.
They really were. Even though like there was the entanglement, it's still, people had a lot of love for the Smiths. And I feel like that, but it was just such a crazy, outrageous thing to do, especially at the most prestige award ceremony that we have, like for entertainers.
Literally.
And he won an Oscar that night, which, a lot of people were pissed about. They're like, he's going to get up and slap a man across the face, and then y'all are going to give him an Oscar? At what point? Yeah.
I haven't heard much from Will not since then, but like in general, like I don't see as much.
You know what's crazy? He posts all the time again on TikTok. He did take a break, but he posts all the time on TikTok, and I don't see him anymore. The TikTok, so I don't think people aren't engaging quite as much. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that.
Could be.
But that was really crazy. Scandoval was crazy. Him cheating on Ariana. Okay, I have like a sick thing to say.
And Ariana fucking dancing.
Oh my God, she's like the best dancer on Dancing with the Stars.
Sickening.
And by the way, if you watch on the show, you don't really get that energy from her. Like you're not gonna think that she's gonna be the most sickening dancer on earth.
When she did Britney, I was gagged. I literally sent Laura the video.
That man really set her on fire. She said, y'all watch this.
Oh, watch me work.
I've never seen a person hated more for cheating.
Tom?
Yeah.
Me neither.
And part of me was like, this is a reality TV star that cheated, and everybody on that show has cheated. So it was kind of, I don't know.
It got so big.
For me, I was just kind of like, is this too big for what it is? And I hate to say that loud, but I was like, did this blow up a little too big?
Well, I think that it's like one of those things where it's like if not a lot is going on, we're going to take the one thing that's going on, they're going to blow it the fuck up.
It was shocking. I'm not going to lie.
Because it was like with a friend.
Yeah, because if you watch the show,
about it.
They had been together for 9 years. Like, that's crazy. But the thing is,
it got so much bigger than even the show.
It did. That's what I was saying.
The show was not even that intense until that happened.
No, the show, it actually like saved the show because I don't think the ratings were through the roof, and now they're definitely going to be. And like, I hadn't watched the show in years and years, and I had to tune in immediately, and it got me.
Exactly. And you started watching.
It got me back into it. But I will say, like, good for Ariana. I fucking love her. I love all the girls on the show, and I honestly couldn't stand Tom anyway.
Because the girls are the best.
Tom is easy to hate on the show though, because he's kind of like dipshitty. Like he's kind of like
a dick.
Yeah, a dick. He's like, very egotistical. Comes across that way, and you could always tell Ariana was like in a low place in her life, and I think part of the reason was him. So he took the trash out for her.
Period.
I just think it's weird that they still live together in the house. Cause
still now?
Yeah, because Tom won't move out, but everybody's like, Ariana, girl, move, give him the house, buy a new house. You got to be making endorsements at this point.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's probably like a house is such a big, like, it's tough when you're like living in a house together and you have like, you split that. There's like a lot of money in it. Yeah. There's a lot of like just
I would just like live somewhere else. There's no way I could live with him. after that and not be together. Okay, then April, we have Frank Ocean at Coachella.
That like, Laura, I'm trying to like even recall like what was like the issue.
Well,
it wasn't really singing. Like, was it like something like about like lip syncing?
There were a couple things. He came out super late, so they had to cut him off early because there's a legality out there in Coachella Valley. There's a big fine, which they do have to pay anyways, but it's still like you can't just keep going over and pay the fine. Like you can't just be like, here's it. Like they had to cut him off. He decided last minute that he didn't want to do anything that they had planned for months and months. He had ice skaters. They learned dances and all. They made a stage of ice. They had to melt it. All of it. A diva.
He was giving diva.
It's giving diva. If you change a whole set right before you go out, it's giving diva. I don't care. I don't care what the excuse is. I understand if you like have a mental situation or something physical where you can't go out, but wanting to change a whole set.
Like, you know what?
Girl,
let's melt all the ice.
Like I'm not,
and that's why I went out so late because
people waited for hours and hours out there in the freezing cold at Coachella. Because by the way, it does get so cold out there at night.
But during the day, blazing sun,
freezing cold for this guy, and he just total bust. And then everybody's I'm a huge Frank Ocean fan. His music to me, I literally probably listen to every single time I listen to music.
It's amazing.
It is amazing music. So I get the hype for Frank Ocean. Granted, I don't care who I'm a fan of. I ain't on Sunday night.
Out.
I'm going home. Bye-bye. And I love that everybody was giving me shit for leaving. And then they all ended up backfiring on them.
Why aren't you singing for Frank Ocean?
Everyone was pissed that they actually stayed.
Yeah.
And then apparently most of his set, he DJ'd instead of saying his music.
Right, like he lip synced. Like he wasn't like really actually singing.
He just like DJ'd. So it was just like beats instead of him doing his songs. Yeah, he wanted to change it up and do like some beats. And so, everybody wants the iconic Frank Ocean songs. That's the whole point. And I think he did like one or two and then it turned to beats and then they cut him off early and the whole thing was just a freaking wreck. So that was like hella scandal.
Paying for Coachella and waiting for Sunday night for that to happen.
Girl, I saw so many TikToks of people out there passing out, freaking out. I don't know. I was just so happy to not be there.
You're like, I'm sorry, I'm like at home already.
Me listening to Frank the whole way home.
This is our Frank right here.
Hey. Okay, now May we have the biggest drama, which was one of the biggest dramas of the year. Kylie Jenner versus Hailey Bieber. Kylie Jenner, Hailey Bieber versus Selena Gomez. With the brow.
I forgot all about that. That got so big.
That got really big. That wrecked Hailey more than Kylie.
Oh, for sure.
Kylie got crumbs for that, and she was the one that posted the brow FaceTime.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Hailey got wrecked.
She was so hated.
And I remember, like, I think even Selena was like posting, like, you guys, like, let's all just be friends. Like, it's fine. Da da da. Like, she was like trying to like, I feel like negate it and like placate the situation a little bit, but it wasn't happening.
It wasn't happening.
People were going the fuck in on Miss Hailey because they thought they were being mean girls. They thought they were being mean girls about it.
I mean, and we don't know.
We don't know, but it looked like that.
It did look like from the outside looking in, it did look that way because Selena had just made a video talking about her eyebrows and how she doesn't like them and they didn't turn out right. And then shortly after, Kylie posted an IG story of a FaceTime of Hailey. Yes, like and her with their like showing off their brows. Look at how perfect our brows are that we didn't do ourselves.
You don't know nothing about brows.
Yes, we know brows so well.
Brows are our thing.
We're so much better than you because our brows look better. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
That was like the perception from the audience. So that became just war on Hailey Bieber for the year.
But I'm like, I think it's wild that like Kylie really didn't catch much slack.
Girl.
But the thing is that it goes deeper because of the Hailey thing obviously being with Justin.
That's what it really was. I feel like low-key, people just were waiting for something.
They just wanted to shred Hailey.
They did. They want to shred Hailey. I feel like now, like it hasn't been full circle, but I feel like it's calmed down a lot, and I feel like people like Hailey again. I do.
Yeah, I feel like she's very much like
better off now.
Way better off, just chilling. Doing her thing with her skincare line. That's doing well. Like
I feel like it got better.
Got way better for her.
It got better for her.
I agree. I can agree more.
Also, the Try Guy drama happened in May where the guy cheated on his wife, whatever his name was. And they dropped him from the Try. And they dropped him the third. So now it's the Dose Guys. 3. It's the Dose Guys.
No, there was 4.
Oh, it's Try 4.
No, Try is 3.
What are they called? Oh, because they try things. Everything. Oh, so that would be okay. Well,
like trying guys, but there was 4 and now there's 3. Where it really is try TRI.
So now it's the trio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was try with the Y, not try with an I.
Okay.
Yeah. Full coverage. No, but like that was fucking insane. SNL did a skit, Laura.
On them?
SNL did a skit on them.
Wow.
Like that's when you know that shit is fucking real.
We didn't
it was
get a
huge.
skit for our drama.
Thank God.
For real.
No, but that was actually really funny. Imagine, Laura, how funny would that be?
I think like also like a lot of cheating came out this year.
Yep.
So like when that came out, people were like, oh hell no. Like they were already like sick of men.
Yes.
You know? So here we are again.
That was actually fucking insane. I think like, I think the guy and his like ex that he cheated on are like back together.
What?
I'm not even kidding. Like I feel like I've seen, maybe not back together, but I've seen photos of them together,
again.
videos of them together.
I didn't see that coming. Because he had a straight up girlfriend and she was like in the group, right? She was like a person underneath their nose. It's always someone under your nose though.
Yes. Or like an employee or something like that.
It was something like that he got caught with. Scandalous. June is the best month of all because
Full Fantasy came out.
You guys, we dropped our Full Fantasy collection.
The collab that just was absolutely iconic and wonderful and gorgeous and show-stopping.
That is absolutely right.
A color palette, a blush palette, brushes, lippies.
A makeup bag.
Our
heart and soul.
Well, of course, that's actually sprinkled in every palette is a little bit of our heart and a little bit of our soul.
That's right.
It was, and we like appreciate so much all love for that. Like that was so freaking cool. And like to be able to do that was insane.
It was insane.
Like that is so cool that we were to
We waited so many years to get to do something like that. And it's so awesome. We finally got to do it in June of 2023. We can never forget.
I know. And I was so proud of it. Like
I was too.
It was so beautifully done. Like everything is amazing. And I still use it everything. So
yeah, me too. I literally use the blush palette every single day of my life. So, every single time I do makeup. So
every day of your life.
Okay, now we have July, which we have another cheating situation with Ariana Grande and Ethan. And that did break the internet.
But the gag is still so that happened in June. But then it comes out later on that like I guess her and her man had already separated.
Yes.
Before
but Ethan was married.
Oh yeah, it was that side.
That was the side of the cheating.
That was Ethan was
the cheater.
It was Ethan that was the cheater.
It's the men.
Men are
I mean, well, it's 2023 and you know, what are you going to do with these men?
2024, they better not be cheating and
they will.
I swear to God.
They will. Don't you ever put your faith.
No, that scandal was huge.
The fact that Ethan and Ariana are still together is what really blows my mind.
Oh, I'm gagged. I thought they were not going to last 6 months.
I thought they weren't going to last 6 months either. And now they're kind of making public appearances.
I know.
They're just kind of like, listen, we're together.
What if they were like truly like meant to be?
Girl.
What if SpongeBob and Ariana are meant to be?
Literally SpongeBob. Everybody's like roasting Ethan 24/7 because he does these quirky characters on Broadway. And it's like, honestly, it is like a talent, but the ick is icking at full capacity.
You can't not ick to it, even though he's very talented. Mm-hmm. But you still get the ick. You can't really help it. You kind of just like, this is cringe.
And Ariana is such like an iconic powerhouse pop girly. Legend. Dated Mac Miller, the sickest artist ever, and then it went to like.
It is. I mean, it is quite a trajectory. I will say
it is.
The trajectory is like it is not like it is. It's very weird.
Babes, I don't know what's going on over there.
But I mean, the fact that they're still together, so clearly they love each other.
Yes.
Like clearly it's real for them. So at least like that is.
At least that is that.
Real. Remember when his wife was going in?
Well.
Rightfully so. She's like, bitch, you have a child.
Something's wrong with him. I don't care. How do you just have a baby and then dip?
Any man that does that.
Trash.
Sick fuck.
Yeah. Absolutely sick fuck. Okay, then we have August where the Lizzo lawsuit,
oh my God,
broke what she was getting sued for.
Yes, and then she punched back.
She did punch back. She responded in August as well. It was a punch back. I don't think like these lawsuits take so long. I don't think we have like a final clearing. I don't think we do. A final answer on what was going on. But that was really big, and I remember everybody being like, "What is going on?" Frank Ocean,
so confused about that.
Ariana Grande, and Lizzo canceled. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what is going on this year?
Yes, no, and I remember like with the Lizzo thing, that was so crazy because like she was trying to like the people that were suing Lizzo or like she body shames us, and I was like, this just doesn't like To me, a lot of it just felt so like not real.
Yeah.
Like when I was hearing the other side, I was just kind of like,
there was so much more to it than that. That was just like one little thing that she did.
Plus like
because there were so many girls involved in it. Yes, like there was a lot that went on.
3 dancers.
Mm-hmm. Multiple dancers, multiple stories involved in it. Remember, it was like one girl was a virgin and she was like forced to talk about things from the stage manager or something.
Okay.
Remember?
Yes,
there was
I
like
remember that.
questioning her. I don't know. There was a lot of inappropriate behavior going on, and I think Lizzo ends up taking the heat for it. But a lot of it, what she was being sued for, was for things that they allegedly said that she did too,
or that she
did say she
locked
did it,
them
but
in like a room or something.
Yeah, like there was like a lot involving this lawsuit, and you can sue in America. You can sue anyone for anything. It does not mean you're gonna win. It does mean you have to pay your attorney fees to do it. But I mean, it does have to go to court, and things do have to be proven. You can't just say someone did something with zero backing. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this has not been cleared.
Not at all.
So we don't know.
The fact that it's like been months and months and months, we have no idea.
We don't know. We don't
like,
have
what if
answers.
They just drop it?
That's a possibility. They could settle. They could drop it. Like, so this could go so many ways. So at the end of the day, just because someone's suing someone for something, not everything is factual just yet. But obviously, people are going to attack and make their opinions whenever there's so many people and so many accusations. It's like, okay, something weird was probably going on.
For sure, something probably was weird was happening, but maybe they're taking it to like a whole different level for the lawsuit.
Okay. September, 8 passengers break, which is the first time I've ever heard of the channel.
Me too.
8 passengers.
And then it just kept getting darker and darker and darker and darker. Look at what happened recently.
Okay, and then they came out because she pled guilty, which I think she's trying to plead guilty to obviously get time off her sentence, but she pled guilty, and in that reading, they read every single thing she did to those children, and I literally cried because a TikToker read off everything that happened to those children between her and Jody, and it's sick. She should never have children, never have had children, and be locked away.
And it's crazy because like
she's sick in the head.
She's actually sick. Like, she's definitely sick in the head because I think they were even saying in the thing that like she would punish the kids because like she would say that they're possessed by demons.
She would tell the kids that.
And I was like, oh my God, so you're literally actually fucking
sick. She's sick.
You're literally fucking crazy.
Her and her sick ass partner, Jody.
100%.
And the dad, I ain't buying shit from him because how is he a scapegoat in this? He was all in the mix of this, raising these kids, and all of a sudden he goes, and now he wants to, I don't know.
I agree. I feel like there's something so weird because like.
I do not give him a pass.
Didn't they say that it started happening when Jody came into the picture?
I think it always happened. I think it escalated in a grand
much
scale
intenser way.
But I think a little bit of this was always going on.
Like a little bit of like bad, just being an absolute sick, horrible parent. But then things got maybe more physical with Jody and crazy. Like the fucking binding them.
I still don't give the dad a pass because let me tell you, if that was my kids and some woman was coming in, how do you not know anything? Look at your children. The neighbor could look at the children and see that they were malnourished and suffering.
Well, it's also horrible because like the kids had no way to like reach out.
They had to escape.
They had to literally physically leave. They couldn't like
through the window.
You can't like they couldn't go on their phone and be like, hey, like this is happening to me. Like it's literally like
that's normally how it happens to children. But it's like, as the father, how do you get to just like,
wash your hands of it.
Exactly. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely
he needs to be held accountable in some capacity.
And investigated as well, honey. And then you also have in September, Danny Masterson gets sentenced to 30 years in prison. And then Ashton and Mila wrote a letter to the judge for Danny's behalf because Danny's parents asked them to, pleading. And I'm
remembering the apology video right now.
Oof. Oh, a moment of silence.
A moment of silence for that horrific apology that they made.
I'm going to go ahead and assume they didn't know that letter was going to come out public.
They definitely, there's no way they knew that. But also, like, how could you not know that? I thought that was like, and when you have a case like that, like, aren't things like,
I know, open? Like, how could they be so famous and have so many resources and do so many grand things, but not know a letter like that would come out to the public? Like, I don't know. I don't know how it did come out to the public, to be honest with you, because like,
honestly, how did that even leak? Who even knows?
Right? Like, if you wrote a letter to the judge, like, who posted? Like, how does that get
judge on his IG?
He's literally in his office, like,
he's like,
people are trash. Click
the ugliest slut I've ever seen.
That's literally what the judge did.
That's what the judge did. He exposed their letter on his stories.
He was probably like, if they don't get this off, and then it got passed around. Okay, we're making all this up, guys.
Okay, now we're taking it too far.
Because someone's gonna believe us.
Yeah, we took it too far.
We took it too far.
We have no idea how that happened, but they did make their statements. They made their apology. It went over so horribly. It looked like they were robots reading off a script.
But they're actors. They are really good actors.
And they're good.
They're good actors. So it was like, when it comes time to read the script for the apology, what happened? It was a wreck.
Hey guys, so we're just like really sorry that this happened.
And it was wild. And they would like take turns doing sentences. So it was like very obviously a written out thing that their PR team was probably like, do not say a word that is not on this paper, you know?
You're going to read this sentence and you're going to read this sentence.
Yep.
That was a mess.
That was a mess.
That was an absolute fucking disaster.
And then now moving to October, we have Britney Spears. Her book comes out exposing everyone.
Oh my God, everyone under the fucking sun.
Especially Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake literally mutes all his comments.
Oh.
Like, what else was it? Like, she was saying like he basically like forced her to get an abortion. Just like wild shit.
He did a lot of wild shit. This is alleged, but it's really not alleged because he also got caught with his hand up his co-star's leg married to Jessica Biel, a few years ago, and got caught up in that scandal before. I mean, the guy is like,
he caught the fucking titty with Janet.
I mean, he's literally a pig, and you cannot convince me that Justin Timberlake is not a pig. I
agree. I feel like Justin, I used to really like him. Like, I loved NSYNC. Like,
I like Backstreet better, but. I really did.
But yeah, for sure.
I thought the guys were hotter in Backstreet, and that was one of the main reasons.
Oh, they were fine in Backstreet too.
And then Justin never did it to me because his hair looked like ramen noodles. It did. It looked like ramen noodles to me even back then.
Like, didn't even cook them. Like, just a hard ramen.
Non-cooked hard ramen. And he chose for his hair to look like that.
I mean, that was the vibe back then. That's the scary part. The 90s hair.
It was a wreck for me, even in the 90s. I was probably like 10 years old. Like,
you're like
ugly.
Laura's 10 years old. Like, this
I knew it was trash from the jump.
That ramen noodle ass fucking hair. I was literally me. I was like this.
Oh my God.
I was literally buying when I liked NSYNC a lot, and I still know a lot of their songs.
I wonder if Justin ever thought that Britney was gonna clear his ass in 2023.
He definitely didn't. He definitely did not think that she was going to check him and wreck him.
I wish she would have cleared his ass back then, but I know it's different. It's different. It's just
Now's
different.
The time.
Now is the time.
She is free to do whatever the fuck she wants to do, and she can say whatever she wants to say.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that she was able to get her book out.
Me too. People allegedly said she also threw Christina Aguilera under the bus in that book too.
I feel like I did see that. Yeah.
Because that she described her, but she didn't say the name.
Do you remember that one part? Like Christina did an interview, like Fallon, and he was like, "Are you scared to be in the book?" or something like that. And she was like, "Are you scared to be in the book?" And she was like, "This like literal professional." Like they were trying to get Britney, or Christina. They were trying to get her, and she didn't break. She was very like, "I'm fine. I'm living." She was a consummate professional.
Well, good for her. I think there's definitely beef there.
100%.
100%. November, Cassie comes out against Diddy with all the claims of their relationship and how horrible he was, which
I forgot all about that.
He ends up paying her off, and they settle a few days later, which was very upsetting to the audience, to the world. Everybody was like, "Oh, so you did it for a check." But I'm like, listen, she got her. She exposed his ass. She collected the bag, and now so many other girls are starting to come out to expose. So she did open Pandora's box on P. Diddy. She really did. Whether she got the check for it or not, whatever that may be, she still opened Pandora's box on this guy, and many others are going to come forth. And he made a statement, these are all lies, trying to ruin my life. I think he posted on Instagram or somewhere, but it's still like he's wrecked. He's wrecked.
And that was just last month.
That was last month.
A month and a half ago. Like,
yeah,
that
true.
is
We're in January now.
Crazy.
Crazy. Okay, and then
December, which we were essentially gone for.
So we got to catch you up.
We got to catch you up. Gypsy Rose
is free. Okay, wait. Comment down below because it's very controversial.
It is. It's a controversial thing, I feel.
Do you think she deserved to go to prison for conspiring murder against her mother? But you have to fully know what all her mother did to her before you can answer. You can't just be like, no, you shouldn't kill your mom. You have to know
about the Munchausen.
And a lot of people do because there's 82 TV shows and 36 documentaries at this point. So a lot of us know. I've watched all of them. You know what the mom did, and you know that deep rooted the mom was just a horrible person from the jump. Even
also
the family member, sick.
Very, very Jody.
So
very 8 passengers.
We're almost because of the Munchausen.
Yeah,
it was just
worse.
Crazy. She's like made her sick.
But made her sick.
It's crazy.
They're both like horrible on different spectrums.
So to escape that as a child and someone who cannot physically get out away from the mom, what do?
You conspire.
She conspired. So
with her man. So it was obviously with her man. Like it was her and her man. And her man's the one that actually did it. So he's the one that's like really like.
I think he's still locked up, the guy that did it.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that did it. She got for conspiracy. I'm happy she's out. She served her time. She went in. She lived a horrible life. Continued to live a horrible life. I mean, it was just like the cards were always against her.
Always.
From the day she was born, they were against her. And this December is the month that she will start a fresh life. And
like a real life.
A real life.
I really hope that she like becomes like a full-blown like creator.
Yeah, or something like that.
Like is on like she is able to share her story, talk about things, and just like really be able to feel free enough to just be out there and like just do and say whatever she wants to and just feel free probably for the first time in her whole life.
And it's really easy people to throw in her face and be like, you're such a bad person, but it's like, were you walking in her shoes? What happened to her was fucking crazy.
It was crazy.
Like after I watched the documentaries and the TV shows, I was just, I could see more of what happened. Like I understood it.
Yeah,
I understood it. I understood how it got to that point. I saw it. It's just a really dark situation overall. But like I'm happy she's out, and I'm so happy for her that she gets to start her life over. And I just hope her life is so good.
Me too. And then she has like a husband.
Yep.
And she spent like the holidays with her family. And like I'm just like so happy that she's able to live like a more normal life and just get the normalcy back that she like was missing out on.
She's gonna be so famous for the rest of her life.
Her mom made her like sick.
Her mom made her sick.
Or like made her believe that she was like dying all the time.
Living in doctor's offices and hospitals for no reason.
For no reason.
Girl. Also, announcement at the very, very end, I believe it was like the 31st or 30th, Jacqueline announces that she is going to end Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics.
No more Jacqueline Cosmetics.
I believe she's going to, what it sounded like is she's going to do a rebrand, probably under herself, maybe.
Honestly, I hope she does.
Yeah.
I hope that she is able to do it and do her own thing. Like, I think that's a little bit hard when you bring in all these other sources and resources and like, the formas and all these things, like, I will say there's pros and cons, right? When you bring in a third party, they have a lot more control, they have a lot more say, but they have the big budgets and they have like the money to put into the products instead of you fronting all those things. So, but when you are your own brand owner, you get to make the say on like all the decisions.
No one can take that away from you.
No one can take that. No one can take the brand. No one can take your ideas. No one can take anything from you. But the thing is, when you're your own brand owner and things happen, that falls back on you.
Yeah.
So you have to be like, aware and just know like what's going on and always like really in the know of your own brand. So it's like, I'm just happy that, she's getting to do what she wants to do and move forward. You know what I mean? Just like moving forward, like obviously, mistakes were made with all the brands and things like that. So she probably just like wants to be happy and like live a new life.
Not that I should stick my nose, but just give advice. It's like, just like end all the brands and enjoy life for a little bit. I mean, honestly, just enjoy life for a little bit, being an influencer and back to your roots and, without the brands and worrying with that, because a brand is a huge weight on your shoulders that me and Manny have carried for years. And so it's like,
know it very well.
It sucks to rip that Band-Aid off and have to like close the doors and like do that. But at the end of the day, like, it's done. It happened. You've announced their closing. Now just enjoy some life.
But also, like, when you think of it too, it's like, if something is bringing you that much like heartache and trauma and bullshit, like, a lot of Jacqueline's brands, like
have been the scandals.
The brands have been the scandals.
The
And
brands have been the
situations
scandals.
have been so horrible that it's like, how could you even want to continue or to have a brand after your brand is the source of like your trauma?
Yeah.
I would be like, we're lucky in a ways of like where we're praised for our brands. Like people love our stuff and they love the things that we've done with, you know, Lunar and Minim and Laura Los Angeles, that it's like, we don't even know what that is like.
Yeah.
Like that's not us. Like that's like our journey in that way.
Right.
So it's like if my brand was a trauma to me, I would want to close it too.
Yeah. Same.
Like I wouldn't want to have it anymore. I'd be like, girl, I'm tired of this shit. Like I cannot keep doing it.
Wow. Yeah. I agree. When you look at it like that, it's like, what's the point?
Maybe what's the point? Like what's the point in life? It's like, do you not want to be happy and like, you know, at least spend the years that you have being happy in some capacity? Like, yeah, you might not have like the brands or like the money from the brands, but you can always rebrand and, you know, do your own thing and follow your own path and your own trajectory that you want to do and not be forced to do anything because you're not technically like the CEO of your brand. Right. Whereas other people are telling you what you have to and can do. Exactly. So I say I wish her the absolute best.
Me too. And that is the closing recap for 2023. It's been a wild ass year. Honey. You know. Honey. And 2024 is probably going to be.
Wait, what's your like resolution for next year, for this year?
I just always have like a bunch. Like mine's like eating.
Do you ever pick up a new motto?
Affirmation. Yeah, I do. I'll do like an affirmation for every year. I think last year, which I'll continue on this year, was just like, just to stay on, because like what you put in, I believe you get back in the universe. So mine has just always been like, if you have a negative thought, replace it with a positive one. Love that was kind of like my motto last year, and I kind of want to continue to play onto that because it worked really, really well for me, and it like keeps your head in a positive space. So, what about you? Mine last year was, I'm so lucky and good things always happen to me. Oh, yes, that was yours. That was mine. And then this year, which I'm going to, of course, take with me, but this year's new motto, I actually put on my phone background, is you'll never know if you've never tried. Ooh. So that's this year's So you're trying some new stuff this year, I see. Or just that's like really being, playing into like the being more confident and just being more sure of myself. And like you, again, like you'll never know if you never try. I love that. So that's my new, and I always like what I'll do is I'll put it as my like phone background to just constantly remind me of like what I want and just like little goals I have. Yeah, that's really awesome. I love that. Well, that wraps up this episode of Full Coverage. We hope you guys enjoyed. We miss you guys. Yes, we miss you so much. We're so happy to be back. And next week, we're going to have a Truth or Dare episode. So you better get ready for that. Oh, get ready for the tea. Nothing but the tea. Oh, tea will be shed because I have some questions for you that you're going to be shook. I have questions for you. They're going to be fucking shook. Okay, we love you guys. Subscribe before you leave. Bye. Bye. Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode of Full Coverage. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. You can also typically get a doctor within 24 to 72 hours. Go to ZocDoc.com/full coverage and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/full. ZocDoc.com/full.